I kept getting stared at by a couple at a restaurant, and when I discovered the reason, it broke me. Every Saturday morning, I would visit the same diner for breakfast, a place I loved, except for one particular couple who were always there at the same time. The woman would often glance at me or, at times, stare throughout my meal. I dressed in an alternative style, so I was accustomed to strange looks, but her gaze was unlike anything I'd experienced. The first time she looked at me, tears welled up in her eyes, and she almost started crying. Afterward, the man gently placed his hand on her shoulder, his eyes red, and I saw him mouth, "I know it hurts, honey." The same thing happened the following weeks. Each time, the woman would tear up after looking at me, and I couldn't figure out why she was so emotional over a stranger. One morning, after another emotional breakdown, the woman excused herself to the bathroom, and the man stood up and approached me. He apologized for interrupting and explained that his wife's behavior had likely made me uncomfortable. He said he owed me an explanation. He cleared his throat, pushing back tears, and began to share their story. His wife, who had always dreamed of being a mother, had been told she couldn't have children, but she prayed fervently, and one day, miraculously, she became pregnant. Their daughter, Isabella, was born, and they were overjoyed. For 19 years, they cherished her, but one evening, Isabella went out, and they never heard from her again. They found her later, unalived in a bush. The man was overcome with emotion, and I could barely hold back my own tears. He continued, explaining that his wife saw me as a reminder of Isabella. My appearance, the way I dressed, even my eyes, reminded them of their daughter. He showed me a photo of their family, and I could see the resemblance. I could have been Isabella's twin. Afterward, the man asked if I could speak with his wife, pretending to be her daughter for just a few minutes. I agreed. When she came to me after their meal, we chatted briefly. She told me she knew I would achieve great things, just like her daughter. As she left, she hugged me and said, "Keep pushing, sweetie. You're too strong to let life beat you." Her words have stayed with me ever since.